Hi, I'm Emma Einan.
And I'm Steve Einan.
And we're the founders of Phantom Factory, helping businesses around the world with technical support and technical training for advanced environmental technologies. I spend my time helping to run the business operationally, and I work with the team, day-to-day tasks, and I also write many of the LinkedIn posts and articles that you might read.
And myself, I obviously run the more technical side of the business. So I'm a Phantom developer, and we have created our own e-learning platform from scratch. So just to say, it's not a WordPress site, it's all custom built. But together, both Emma and I work on the content that you'll see in all the e-learning courses. I get involved at the start of an e-learning course, and I generally work out what technical content has to go into that course. You know, we have to work out what structure it has to go in, or what you have to learn before you look at other stuff, and generally make sure that all the technical content is going to be relevant to the student and the end user.
And then I make sure that it follows professional training methodologies. So I use my training experience to make sure that the content itself is communicated in the right way. And then together we work on
making it human. We like to humanize the content, inject a bit of humor, inject a bit of fun, and just make sure it's going to be enjoyable to the end user.
Absolutely. I've spent many years in technical support roles, technical communication, technical writing, which is it's all geared at helping people to understand technology, technical jargon, and as a qualified group trainer, I was also able to train people in the same capacity. So I've got a big interest in helping people to understand technology.
I also have an interest in trying to help people with technology. It's always been part of my background. Obviously, I'm very, very technical with computers, so I've always helped to like mentor the juniors, get other people up to speed. Always use various techniques with that. But it's not just always in the computer environment as well. I have a background bit varied. So for several years, I was actually a scuba dive instructor out in Indonesia. And there I was teaching people, well, essentially how not to die underwater. So in those circumstances, it's very important that your students understand what you're telling them. It's very important health and safety stuff. I'm not even there either. I also have a background as a jungle survival instructor out on the Amazon. A couple of years there, again teaching people how to be alone and isolate in the jungle and how to keep themselves alive. So focusing on the survival instincts, particularly finding water and food and shelter and stuff like that. So again, you want to make sure that these people understand and they listen to what you're saying, because it's quite important. So all these little techniques that we try to draw upon in our own background experience, and we try to inject them into our e-learning and our training. As we've spent more time in the industry, we've begun to realise for anyone new coming along, it's really hard for them to get to grips with all the technology that's out there, because there is an awful lot of it. For anyone new, it's a steep learning curve, and they've got to put in a lot of time and effort to understand stuff. Yes, there is a lot of reference material out there, so they can read that to understand what stuff does, but it's hard learning from reference material. I would say I'm able to do it, but that's a bit of a special skill that I would say I've picked up over the years, and I've trained myself to pick out what is important from all the websites and the documentation, and it's not easy for anyone else just to come and do. So
we felt the best way that we could really help the industry was to provide more training options for people, especially in that position.
Again, you've got the reference material, but How do you know which bits you need to sort of like read? Well, which bits do you have to learn? Which are the important bits, and which bits will you never ever use? So what we wanted to be is kind of like that friend, that support that you might have, who will just look over your shoulder and just point out, oh, read up about this or read up about that, you know, and just to help you out, help you along, so you don't waste your time.
Yeah, so I guess we wanted to put a personal touch into the training, into the industry, and help people really to enjoy what they're learning and to care about it. It's very hard to care about something if you're not enjoying it. So if you haven't experienced any of our e-learning yet, then you should really give it a try. And we've got some free options on our website, and see if you enjoy all of our hard work and our personal touch.